All right, Jason, tell me about all this shit we got here.
Well, this is a group of NES games that physical carts that are in my collection. Basically, just kind of my favorites that I have. Whether it's whether the game's actually good or not, or I have some kind of memory attached. That's the whole point of this.
Now, how many do you remember, like offhand? How many other ones you got, like overall?
Well, it's hard to say right now. NES, probably a good 30-ish, I would say. Thanks to seeing your wonderful EverDrive, kind of I'm starting to go that route as well. And it also helps that the mom and pa used game stores, they're dwindling now, and they're a little bit more reliable than eBay, and especially if you're like me and want that instant gratification of having it now.
Yeah.
But
how many have closed? So there was
just in our area.
Yeah. Is the Florida game one closed?
That's been closed. As far as I know, that's still at Bowden Junction, the flea market. I think they still have their little corner out there, but as far as actual physical stores, yeah, both of those have closed.
And Nate had two, right?
At one time, yes. Then basically went down to the one that popped around between, Carrollton and Billerica. And sadly, the store actually just ended up closing. They're just online now.
Now, was he going to reopen that, or is that hazy?
That's hazy right now from posts that I've seen right now.
I bet not.
Yeah, again, it's a love-hate relationship with that. You love going in, seeing all the games right there in the cases and whatnot, and then that's up until you see, well, look at Contra right here.
What they want for it?
You have a $30 price tag on Contra, which is absurd.
That's a common game.
Exactly, that's common. Luckily, I think I paid $15 for my copy. Whenever it was, I got it again. Because, hey, here's a pro tip. Don't sell your games. Especially if you're like me and you'll end up getting them again.
I think what's going on is that so many people were just getting that stuff and keeping it, whether they're playing it or not, or whether they're trying to go for a big collection, or whether they just want. Is that what I think is happening? Is that they can't, these little mom and pop stores, they can't replenish their shit, and so they end up with this stagnant thing. It's like, oh well, okay, you could put $30 on that Contra, at least it'll be there. If somebody has to have it, they'll buy it, but at least it'll be there in the store, so you're not just have like 5,000 copies of Madden 96 or some shit like that.
Exactly. Well, and it's, again, as you get older too, you don't have quite as much dispendable or disposable income as you did when you're a punk-ass 20-year-old.
Yeah. So,
like, at least I'd say probably for both of us, we're looking for that deal also. So, like, mine... I want to hold on to things that I actually A, enjoy, or B, have some kind of memory or whatever attached. So then, I'll kind of be look out for prices and things like that.
Chad's thinking Chad says the latest fad is to get them suckers, not just, in box, complete in box, but sealed in box, and he has a Strider. And he's thinking about sending that shit off to get it officially appraised, so it has like an official, like, I don't know, there's some goofy shit going on because, the market's wiped out on just finding some things easy like this. You got your, I guess, flea market kind of deals, or maybe something on eBay where I know one of my friends on the internet is getting them busted up and he's fixing them.
Oh, wow.
But, yeah, it's just, the market is like insane. And to me personally... The EverDrive is where it was. If I could play it legit on Nintendo, except illegit on like a flash disc, that's all great with me. But so let's go through each one of these right here, and then I guess we'll reminisce or anecdotes or whatever.
Yeah. Well, this first one here, we're getting the obvious ones out of the way. Castlevania 1 and 3. Just it's hard not to retread on what you said in your video. Great music. Great gameplay. You got the whole horror theme going, which is right up my alley. Missing is number 2, Simon's Quest, because I don't like that game, but
Oh, was it the angry video game that turned you off?
oh no, this is this is little Jason growing up. I'm like, what the hell is this? Trying to figure all that out. But still, in that game's defense, also, again, phenomenal music. The franchise as a whole usually has just awesome music, better than a lot of the series out there. So yeah, I've beaten both of these. Dracula's Curse, I've beaten it with everybody except for Trevor by himself. I didn't know that until, we were reminiscing one day that you could actually just go through Trevor by himself. So one day I'll go through and do that.
He's so damn slow, dude. I would be better than doing like an a la carte only run, but fuck that, just thinking about that. But
yeah,
he's so slow compared to Simon. You get that triple cross and you're a badass, but then you're like jumping and kill a skeleton, and the skeleton drops a dagger and you land on the dagger immediately, and so you lose all your shit just for playing right. And so he would end up like super hoarding. My Trevor always went stashed away so I could be Sypha, so I wouldn't lose my triple cross. But for as far as Castlevania 2, my dad beat that shit in like a week, but we used a combination of the Nintendo Power, and I think we called the old 1-800 Nintendo hotline.
Oh wow, yeah, never done that.
To learn the nil at the nil of the stuff or whatever, because the people lied to you. Daddy would write down notes for each one person said. So somewhere, I think it's long gone, but he had the notepad about Zelda 2 where it says "I am error." Wrote it down. He's like, well, "What does this error guy do?" It's just fucking nothing.
Again, and that you brought up, Zelda. Again, I'm going by games that I actually have with this. So yes, absolutely love Legend of Zelda 1. Again, Zelda 2. I probably need to go back and give it its own fair share, but I'm just like, no, it's not the first one. The whole adventure thing was throwing me off.
And one thing that those games that have these right here you're showing is that those would have batteries, and you would more than likely have to open it up and replace the battery too.
Yeah. Nobody's got time for that.
Yeah.
So then we have we'll go down to Mario 3. Basically, that's going to cover 1, 2, and 3. All three are great games. I want to say Mario Brothers 1 might have been the first game I actually beat.
That's pretty badass.
So, I mean, yeah, I remember it was one of the family gatherings. This is way back before I even came to Georgia, so my family's still in Arkansas. We were home for the holidays, whatever, and I guess it's my uncle's NES, or maybe we brought ours, I don't know, and it was my sister, my cousin, and myself were just going through playing it, and whatever was in the Kool-Aid that day, I don't know, I just had a run, and made it all the way through and beat it, and, couldn't believe that just happened. Mario 2, that's kind of departure from the other ones. Again, that was Doki Doki Panic in Japan, so, a different game translated over to Mario, which, again, after I went back to it, gave it its fair share, that's a great game also. I beat it with all 4 of the characters. Fuck Luigi.
Oh.
His goofy jumping, that was the worst one out of all of them, but again, awesome game also. Went all the way through it without warping, so I've beaten it both ways. Same thing with Mario 3. Mario 3, of course, after the Wizard movie, the big budget advertisement for it. I want to say I got the game, and then I also got the special edition Nintendo Power, which I wish I still had it, but that thing fell apart.
The strategy guy?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's somewhat like the puzzle game where you're matching the cards. I can still somewhat remember the patterns for that, but...
Yeah, me too. I forgot what it was. It's like on the far right, there'll be something, and then one over the left, one down the left will be the same something. And there was like 8 total. And somewhere when me and Eddie played through it not too long ago, and I was still somewhere pulling it out of my ass, had it deep down buried in what I needed to do the match game. Yeah, I remember those things, strategy guides, because I still got the Final Fantasy one. I think I reordered it from Nintendo because I read it so much the pages fell apart.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty much every one of those strategy. What it was is that it used to be bi-monthly. I don't know if you remember. And then
I think so, yeah.
before they went monthly, like one summer, they would every other month give me one of those 4 strategy guides that had like the red around the sides. And like each one of those games, I think it was Ninja Gaiden 2, Final Fantasy, and Super Mario 3. And I think the other one was like a 4-score, so it was all the 4-score multiplayer games.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much each one of those main ones, dude, I had to get the game. It's freaking, Nintendo powers its own advertisement.
Yeah.
Lots of fond memories there, and that Final Fantasy one is full of a bunch of flaws, but that's a different video another day.
But yeah, Mario 3, I've beaten it with and without warping. Fuck doing it without warping, because
It's so long.
that, and then I despise World 7.
The pipe one.
Yes, I despise it.
The level I hate most, and if you really hate it, use a P-Wing through it. I think it was level 5-9, and it's like you're scrolling up, and there's like a bunch of clouds going back and forth, and it's really fast. I think that was 5-9. I hated that.
Right.
Yeah. And then, some of those World 8, the levels, you would just go underneath the little ships and just swim underneath that shit. Hope you didn't die.
Yeah, but that's, the little tips that you picked up, or if you had that bomb-ass strategy guide, they'd tell you in that, too.
Yeah, I remember it was, I forgot, I think it's level 3, 4. I actually showed Eddie how to get the 99 men or whatever. I showed him, just show him up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
How did you do that? So I have 99 men, he has 5, and we were playing through it, and then he would get his game over, whatever, and all of his levels would pop back that he had beaten. He said, go through that shit again, Eddie. I'll think about you while I'm ahead of you.
Exactly. And we have Contra, again, just classic game, awesome. And like you said in your video, the Konami code, it's a crutch. You just practice a little bit, you can make it through it, but great gameplay, music, again, just spot on, way back when Konami actually gave a shit, we'll say, And again, coming up with Ninja Turtles next. One, I don't really care about. Number 2, the arcade game. Yeah, I think that was a birthday present, or no, actually, that was my first Nintendo game.
The first one.
That
game was hot, dude. That game was amazing when it came out. Everybody wanted to have that shit.
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It came out with a $5 gift certificate to Pizza Hut.
Oh, that's right. It was in the instruction manual. I forgot about that. But yeah, this was again way back having Christmas at Grandma and Grandpa's, and little kid, and you can't sleep during Christmas Eve anyway. But somehow I still made it to like 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and I hear something going on in the other room, so get up. And,
it's Santa.
Yeah, you think it's Santa. I look over, and it's on the TV is Bandai. I think it's Bandai that made it. Pebble Beach Golf. And there's my dad, my uncles, and my grandpa all playing that. So I'll go up, and I can't go back to sleep anyway, and I just sit there. I'm watching them play that, and then over beside the Nintendo, there's Turtles 2 with the bow on it. That was for me, and then beside that was Miss Pac-Man for my sister. So eventually, after everybody got up and then actually got to play that and everything, that was it was awesome. I still love that game. They added a bunch of stuff from that wasn't in the arcade game into that, and just nice beat 'em up. I love beat 'em ups, side-scrolling beat 'em ups.
Go back to the arcade one. I never played the arcade one until it came out, like on emulator or on Xbox, and so I played through the Nintendo one, and I beat it without the code, which is a hell of a. There's like a 10-min code. It's a hell of a feat to do that. You got to be real conservative, guys.
Well, not only that, but like you play solo, so there's the the certain areas to where guys will just kind of spawn in for a while. You just got to keep knocking them out to raise up your score to get those extra men.
Just 200 points to get an extra man, and then it was like, or 200 kills, and then it was where you press A and then B real fast. That special move that one in the arcade, I don't believe.
Not in. Well, no, you had your little jump slice in the arcade. Because that was like the first time I played it, and it was like, holy crap, that the X-Men arcade game, Simpsons. Those were awesome.
Yeah.
And then I want to say Turtles 3 right here, and then when it went to Turtles in Time arcade, I think that's when they actually each turtle had their own special move. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
I want to say that there's they had their own special moves in Manhattan Project, but their actual move set was still the same. You had your regular attack wasn't as useless as it was in Turtles 2, but you mainly used, I think it was down in attack, and that would flip them over. It would flip them over, and that would be like where you get your damage. And then on Turtles 3, but not Turtles 4, once you got down to one, you used your life to use a special move.
Yeah.
But on Turtles 3, I think if you had one life left, you could just keep spamming your special moves. Some kind of like, it's almost like a YOLO type. It'd probably be the fastest way to play. But one hit and you're dead. And they did have different moves. I can't remember what the hell they were.
I want to say like Michelangelo had a flying butt slam or something.
Yeah.
Leo had would spin his katanas. I think Donnie would like roll forward and slam with his bow. And but in Turtles 3 also they added a lot more characters from the comic and the cartoon, and like what do they call it, Triceratons or whatever.
That. Of course, it's on the picture too.
Yeah.
That game's a little bit more better balanced than Turtles 2, but it was so late in the Nintendo release schedule, whatever, that most people just played 2. Or, actually, most people played 1, got to the dam, got killed, and said, fuck this game.
Well, when...
Do you have it?
I have it, yeah.
You just didn't want to show it. I got you.
Well, again, this was, it's not one of my favorites, Turtles 2 obviously trumped that for me. But yeah, one day I'll give that another shot, especially with you, poking and prodding me about it.
It's the one that's got you down, man. It's the one that's holding you back. Actually, I did not spend that much time. I beat that shit in a weekend. It's like once you get past the dam, you've got to re-get your pizzas for each turtle.
Yeah.
And
which that takes so damn long.
And then when I read down and I decided to really look at it, that's when you realize that Leonardo sucks. And people, you normally use him as he's got range and he has power. He doesn't actually have power. He's got Michelangelo damage. Raphael's stronger.
I knew Raph was stronger.
Yeah.
But...
and of course Donatello was the best, so you would try to save him. And so I made Leonardo basically shoot the scrolls or something like that.
Ah, gotcha.
But even like on Michelangelo and Raphael, I would get there was a 3-shot, and then there was like the boomerang.
Yeah, the boomerang.
You would just try to spam your special moves with some of those guys, and then I think I had Leonardo just save those scrolls. So I didn't. Didn't the enemies drop items? I want to say they dropped it.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't want him to pick up something that I didn't want to use. But let's not talk about that anymore, Jason. That's on my list.
Yep.
Let's take a break right here.
All right.